I'd like to call the public safety meeting to order, please. All members are present. We did have a meeting last week. Can I approve of those minutes of the discussion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. So we do not have no new pieces in front of us today for public safety, but we do have one old piece. And I'm going to ask Sarah, our clerk of council, to read that in for a record, please, so we know what we're discussing. Sarah, thank you.
This is an ordinance amending and or supplementing Title III, Chapter 31, and enacting Article 3, Citizen Oversight of Police, including Sections 31.50 Definitions, 31.51 Citizen Oversight Board, 31.52 Powers and Duties of Citizen Oversight Board, and 31.53 Office of the Inspector General of the Akron Codified Ordinances in order to provide independent citizen review of local policing policies and procedures of the City of Akron Police Department and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. And I do see that the sponsor, Mayor Horgan, is in council chambers. And what I'll do is I'll see if there's any committee members of public safety first, see if we have any additional comments or questions in regards to this piece. Then I'll move on to any other council members that are with us today, and then we'll move forward. So I'll start with the committee. Any council members? I see Councilman Malik's hand was raised.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I know we've had significant discussions about this over the last few weeks and going back before that. I'm not going to surprise anyone in saying that I think the charter amendment is the preferable way of going about this, both in making it permanent, and I think that there are a number of other reservations I have about this piece, particularly in that the auditor still cannot, it has to be hired or fired with the consent of the mayor, so there isn't complete independence there. But I think on balance, it would be better to have this proposal than to not have this proposal, and so I am going to support it. As I said last week, I do have concerns with the application process being opened immediately after the passage of this and before the vote is done on the charter amendment in early November. And I worry that it could create a process in which there are two application processes and confusion to folks. But so I would urge that we hold off on that part of the process until after that vote is conducted in early November. So I just wanted to share those things.
Thank you, Councilman. I appreciate those comments. Any other questions or comments? Committee members? Councilman Lombardo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I will vote in favor to get it out of committee this afternoon, but my comments, as I mentioned the other week at our special meeting that we had, you know, we have so many levels of investigation after a situation here in Akron. And again, to be frank, you know, we're talking about officer-involved shootings or use of force, I'm sure 95% of the cases. But from the BCI investigation, an APD internal investigation, the Attorney General's office, you know, police officer and so forth, to add another level of oversight makes me wonder why we do not trust the professionals in their field of expertise. And again, here's my point. We all go to the doctor. We all get our cars repaired, for that matter. And although we may not like that professional's answer, we seek out another specialist in the field of our problem. That's completely normal and warranted. But by the end of the day, we must listen to the correct analysis, the correct answer from the experts in their field. And in my opinion, not seek out someone or some group that will give us the popular answer. In this day and age when we're hurting for resources, we are hurting for bodies even to apply for many careers, including our protective services. Why we want to micromanage every move that APD makes, this, to me, is going to make recruiting a difficult hurdle to overcome, let alone retaining our workforce. This will be another monumental task that will be constant. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. I appreciate that. Anything else from committee members? Any other council members? What I would like to say is I will be supporting this for many reasons, but one of the most important reasons that I feel is it's being transparent. And what I mean by that is the mayor, you have come to city council with a proposal for 11 possible candidates, 11 board members, where one is from each ward. And the other initiative that's on the ballot calls for only 9, and no more than 2 per ward. So there is a possibility that if you had 2 representatives from this ward, 2 from this one, 2 from this one, and then 1 from this ward, there could be 6 wards that are left without a possible representation on a citizen review board. So that's one of the reasons I'll be supporting this to move it forward, is because you have included a representative from each ward. So with that, that's all the comments I have, and if there's nothing else come before us, I would like to,
Can I add
go
one
ahead.
thing? Just because I think words matter, especially when we use them, it's inaccurate to say it's the mayor's approval, it's the mayor's consent. And those are 2 different words when it comes to the inspector general. So I just want to make sure that that's clarified, that it's not the mayor's approval, it's the mayor's consent. And like I said, I just want to make sure that's clarified on the record. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, I appreciate that. Do you have a comment? Go ahead.
I believe I used the word consent. If I did not, I apologize. I do recognize that this does allow for a board to appoint and remove an inspector general, but it does have the language about consent, and that was all I was referring to.
Thank you, Councilman, I appreciate that. All right, if nothing else, in regards to this piece, I will ask the committee if they have a recommendation.
I'll make the motion for suspension of the rules with a favorable report.
Thank you, we have a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
I have a motion, a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, we'll be moving forward with that this evening's meeting. Can I get a roll call just for the record?
Kamer,
Aye.
Mosley,
Aye.
Lombardo,
Aye.
Malik,
Aye.
McKittrick.
Aye.
The motion passes 5-0.
All right, thank you, Sarah, and thank you, members of council. That is all we have for public safety today. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Our next committee of the day will be the Budget and Finance Committee, and that will begin at 3 o'clock. Those committee members are Freeman, Amobian, Malik, Baylor, and Lombardo. Again, that's the Budget and Finance Committee, and it will begin at 3 o'clock. Thank you.